does a lot of things like giving way to pedestrians. There is a bus in front of us, and let's see if it will take a right, left. There we go. It does take a very swift left. As we can see, the other vehicle. There we go. You can see that. Hi guys, this is Jerry, this is my wife Anne. Today we are going to go on a journey. This is driverless self-driving Uber in China. It's called Robogo. It's available in Wuhan city and some other cities in some certain areas. We're going to have a look today and see how it goes. Alright, we have just ordered the vehicle. It's about 5 minutes away, 2.3 kilometers away. Now we just need to wait at the pickup point, which is allocated on Main Street. Not available everywhere, but you are going to be picked up just right here. You can see, if we make it larger, we're just right here on the roadside. Alright, we can see our driverless self-driving electric Uber is coming to us as we speak. He's gonna find a parking spot first. As you can see, there's absolutely no driver at the front. So there we go, it's finding a secured place. This vehicle is actually produced by Jack Motors. It's a fully electric vehicle. It looks like a people mover, but 5-seater only. You can see the numbers on the top. You can see the radar sensors everywhere. It's parking just literally by the roadside, and yeah, it looks quite strange. Let's see how we can get inside. First thing, you just need to touch the pad and give your 4 digits of your phone numbers, which is... There we go. The door will now open. You can actually get inside the front driver seats or front passenger seats if you like, but we're gonna see the test on the rear seats. You could also put your luggage at the back, by the way. The boot can open, but otherwise, sit inside. It will do many announcements, then you can press this to close. And then you can see the touchpad at the front, at the back as well. Once you have done your seatbelt, you can then slide this to start the journey. There we go. The self-driving starts. You can also do many commands. Just say 你好萝卜 播放音乐
我发现很多人都在听 H3R3 琳达浪的，还是会想你。
So it is now making some music for us. 你好萝卜
在呢。
暂停音乐
已暂停播放。
So this is one of the newest Robogo vehicle. We've driven one just before this one, and it's not as advanced as this or not as spacious as this. But this is a newer one. You can see it's got a full cover on it. You cannot touch it while it's doing self-driving. You could sit at the front. You could sit 2 seats at the back. So it's a 3-seater for the passengers. You will never be able to sit on the driver's side, by the way. There is a touch screen over there. You can control things. There is also a touch screen over here. You can control things. So you could see the music, you could see the temperature, you could see the SOS command, you could see the journey. Once you see the journey, you can also see the vehicle control over here, seats, controls and things like that. You could even see massage seats, which is only available on my seat, not on my wife's seats, which is funny, I don't know why, but you could do heated seats, you could do windows controls over here, you could do even other modes available. I think there are English versions available. There we go, there is English versions available. There's also information telling you we have about 47 minutes to go and 16 kilometers to go as well. And while we're doing that, let's look at the road again. I'm gonna make it larger as we can see the vehicle is driving on the road. It's going to basically do all sorts of self-driving. It does change lanes, it does waiting traffic lights, it does a lot of things like giving way to pedestrians, giving way to motorcycles or cyclists. It just does everything for you. You don't need to do anything. It's purely self-driving. Only thing you need to make aware of is when you sit inside something like this, you will have to make sure you have buckled your seatbelt. Otherwise, the vehicle gonna give you beeps and warnings and all that things as well. You could even talk to a human being while on the hotline in case something happens. But yeah, We've never experienced anything like that. On the door side, you can see the window control, you can see the door opening. Obviously not recommended while you are in the vehicle, while the vehicle is still in motion. So you could even do a rest mode, that means the seats goes kind of all the way back to give you a nap position. You could also do a comfort position that will just give you a slightly more recline. You can then cancel everything. The seats goes all the way back just like that. So yeah, there's quite a lot of adjustments, whatever you like. The last vehicle we rode in one of these RoboGo self-driving vehicle, you can actually see all the surroundings areas and what it captures about the vehicle, about the motorcyclists, everything on the tablet. On this one we couldn't see it, but I'll put the footage on the screen so you can see how that works. Overall, the driving experience is like a, let's say, cautious driver. It's a lot more cautious than what I would drive on these certain roads. And now we're coming to a break with the traffic lights. And while we're inside this, we can see another self-driving. We've seen multiple in this area actually. They are always on the road, and there's quite a lot. Basically, in the last about maybe 10 minutes, we've seen about 3 or 4 on the road. So this is available in majority of the Wuhan city. Once you get out of the inner city is really busy, really crowded, but once you're out, you'll be able to order them, and the fees are actually okay. They're not expensive. The whole fees is very close to a standard taxi, or even cheaper in some way. And this is how this vehicle is turning left around this corner. There we go. I wish we can have a screen that tells us what's around us, because the vehicle absolutely does have the vision to tell you, but it's just not available on this particular screen. Also, just inside the vehicle, we can find a cup holder over here, a hook over here, and then the seats are electrically adjusted. I can recline from the back, from the front. There is also a couple USB charging over here. You can absolutely use that. The center console just stays here. Some of the versions have 3 seats, bench seats at the back. This version, 2 seats at the back, 1 seat at the front. So it is also possible. Seats wise, very comfy, leather material over here, and then big gap and big space at the front as well. Apart from monitors outside the vehicle, there are also monitors inside the vehicle just to keep the passengers happy, or whatever we called it. Cameras at the front, camera on the side, as well as button again over here in case there is an emergency. But let's be honest, this car has been on the market since I think 2022 or 2023. In the Wuhan city, the accident rate is very, very low compared to basically a lot of drivers. And at the front, you're going to see the wireless charging port on the top. I think it is wireless charging. You can see the storage underneath. You can see 2 USB chargings over there. Visibility on this car is actually great, but I've never seen this sort of vehicle on the road by a private passenger vehicle. I think this is purely just for level 4 self-driving vehicle at all. Also, all these RoboGoers vehicles are pure electric vehicles only, and they do not have any petrol or combustion engine powered at all. Everything is all full electric. The last one we had a quick look, and we took a quick camera shot. The vehicle had about 500 kilometers to go once it's about 80% charged. So this vehicle does have a very long range on their battery charge. Since they are self-driving vehicles, they are always on the road during the daytime. 2 times we ordered this vehicle, both vehicles were dropping someone off before they came to us. So yeah, that would be the case of how they were used. I'd imagine on a weekend days, you actually have to wait quite a while for some of these cars. Now I'll try to talk less as we watch how the vehicle goes with the traffic. You can definitely see there's a lot more traffic on the road right now compared to what we had about 3 minutes ago. Let's see how it reacts and brake as someone cutting the lane. Do remember, this is China. It's not like driving in New Zealand. People do cut in the lanes, and there's a lot of cars on the roads. Indicators may not work at some point, but yeah, just how the way it is driven on Chinese roads. honestly speaking, when you sit inside one of these cars and it's being driven on the road as we speak, it felt like just a manual driver. It does not feel like a self-driving vehicle at all. Everything responds quite well, and you're not going to feel anything at the back of the seats. And we never felt anything close to being dangerous on the road or worried at all. We could just sleep at the back without worrying about anything. So that's the cool part about self-driving cars. And there are many LiDAR sensors around the vehicle. I don't know how many, but they will watch the road front, back, all surrounds, and so it does all the jobs for you. As we can see, the other vehicle. There we go. You can see that. This vehicle is doing very reckless driving. It's definitely not recommended. You can see the vehicle react to that brake and then doing horns at the same time. It does do horns, by the way. And then, yeah, brakes and react before we even crash into it or whatever. But yeah, that's just how the Chinese roads work. And people who do those things, and you can see the self-driving vehicle react to that. That's cool. That's really cool. We're happy to capture that because, yeah, we did capture some part of it on the last drive, but yeah, you can see it's just a really good, brilliant, safe vehicle to be traveled inside. Now we are on a semi-motorway driving. You can see the driving speed is now 72 kilometers per hour on the tablet. The vehicle also changes to the center lane just to avoid a bit of traffic on the merging lanes as well. And then when other vehicles approach to these lanes, it also slows down just to monitor the behaviors before they accelerate again. This time we dropped to 50, and then now it brings us back to about 57 right now. See that brakes is quite good. The brake is way better than some standard level 2 adaptive cruise control, how that reacts, because before that car merges into lane, you can already feel the brake on the seats. My wife has been commentating about cars' behaviors on the Chinese roads. Let's be honest, some of the cars is driving worse than RoboGo. A lot of them just merges lanes left and right without indicating, as we can see. But yeah, this is just how these roads work. Alright, we are merging to the right. I don't even know if the car is indicating. I'm pretty sure the RoboGo is doing indicators, but we don't hear much of a sound inside the vehicle now. Alright, we have got ourselves in a busy situation over here, and we are going to take a right on the next traffic light. Let's see how RoboGo is going to react to this chaos over here. Indicator. Oh, I can now hear the indicator. I think we may have turned the volume down on the indicator. That's why it's not making too much of a sound. Maybe. But anyway, we can now hear the indicator. Alright, since right turn is always allowed, no matter what traffic lights we have, it's going to do the traffic lights. We're going to see another RoboGo just disappeared in front of us. You can see this vehicle is turning right just by the scooter like that. It's close, actually. It's close, but yeah, you can definitely feel it's never gonna crash into it. We're going to turn right as RoboGo is trying to give way to the upcoming cars on the left. There's quite a lot of them. You don't have to, but I think RoboGo is trying to be polite on the road. Harsh brake. As the vehicle's speed is quite fast on the left. That's why, there we go. We have finally departed. I feel like RoboGo is feeling there is a bus in front of us, and let's see if it will take a right, left. There we go. It does take a very swift left, as it feels like the bus is stopping over there, and then we are out of the bus lane. occasionally you can feel the brake is a little bit harsh, but yeah, overall it feels just like the same as if you put yourself in a taxi or something like that. Somehow it's still indicating, I don't know where it's trying to turn. It's trying to take left, I think. Oh no, take right. It does want to stay on the inside lane, as we will be on this road for quite some time before we make the merge, I think. There we go. Horn is engaged again. I don't know what's going on, but there's definitely some sort of warnings on the side of the roads. Oh, there we go. That's why we need to take the next right, going to not the main roads. That's why RoboGo was trying to take us to the right lane first. So yeah, the roads are quite complicated at some certain areas. You can see the planning on the map and things work quite well together. Oh, there we go. Another RoboGo has took in front of us, cut in front of us. Need to go into this big roundabout. Roundabout works very differently in China compared to New Zealand or Australia. These are much larger roundabouts, and it's cutting the lanes. It's trying to merge. It's trying to go inside, but it's not going to be easy as the cars traveling quite fast on the left lanes. We're going to take the third exit as far as I believe, so it's going to do nearly a full turn. It does feel there's a vehicle approaching on the left, and then small right turn. I'm gonna zoom in. We can see another RoboGo just in front of us. That's the one. I think that is an old version. That one looks like a SUV, where this one looks like a MPV or small people mover, but 5 seats only. Now we are out of the roundabout. Left. Now we're gonna be continuing on this road for about 8 minutes, for close to 4 kilometers. I don't think anything crazy will happen, so let's cut it short. Let's go to the end of this journey. Alright, we are approaching to our destination. It's going to find a sort of stop by point to let us out. Looks like a very tight spot for the self-driving car to go in, but it's trying to work through this gap. And there we go. It finally made its way to the stop.
车还未停好，请稍等。车还未停好，请稍等。
It's going to park, and there we go. That's done. So the tablet will tell you it's we're ready to go.
后方有来车。
Now open the doors and we are good to go.
后方有。
All right, we are out. You just need to press this to close the door, I think, and then we are all done. All right, there we go. It's leaving us now. That's the self-driving RoboGo.